Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashawada in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Ka halayim la, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem ha rogak wadash, Mahamath. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth, double honors to the elders of GMS, double honors to my elder Hawan, salutation to the archons who are in the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children, Shalom. I'm going to play a short part of this video. It has to do the fight against worldwide child slavery. Okay? Something's been going on for many, many years that they know about it. It's nothing new. Okay? But they're going to be using it to misdirect, right? And to bring in their gods. Who's there? Who's they that I'm talking about? The Edomites. Okay? The title of this lesson, Out of Your Own Mouth Condemns You. Okay? Here we go.
In Milton's Paradise Lost, there's been two readings of that forever, and one of them is that Milton's Satan is an anti-hero of the most profound sort, really the embodiment of evil, and the other reading is that Milton's Satan is a disguised hero and the eternal, what would you say, the eternal rebel against established order and someone to emulate in consequence, and that Milton somehow knew that and was coding that, not precisely secretly, but subtly. And I think that's a huge mistake. I mean, I've familiarized myself with Paradise Lost, and I think that Milton was an extraordinarily subtle writer and that he got everything as right as anyone ever has. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because, so this is a complicated thing to untangle, but one of the things you see in Hollywood portrayals of villains, you saw this in The Silence of the Lambs, you see it frequently in mafia portrayals, is that the villain is inadvertently or even sometimes purposefully glorified. And it's partly because he's a rule breaker and has the attraction that goes along with that. But I also wonder too if it has something to do with what you were describing, is that the writers and the actors find themselves, when they're trying to portray evil, pulled towards falseness in that representation as part of the proclivity of evil to hide itself. And the danger in that is twofold. And one is the danger of deceiving the public as to the true nature of evil, because there's nothing heroic about it, quite the contrary. And the second danger I wonder about, there's all this speculation about Heath Ledger and the consequences that for him of having played the Joker in such a dark manner. And, I don't know what to make of that, although I do think there is some danger in having to journey down a path of emulating evil in order to represent it. Now, you said that you turned to God, so to speak, to protect yourself against false representations of evil, but also in some ways to shield yourself. And it sounds to me reminiscent of what Tim's superiors mentioned to him when they said to him that his faith might protect him from
I love his question.
What was... Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
This is the best interview I've ever had in my life. I love your line of questioning and getting to what is real. My job is to give what I know to be absolutely certain and real. I hooked into Tim, has a childlike quality to him, and I stay with that innocence, and don't take that innocence as weakness. So when I read the scripture, I feel truth, good, evil, and I find the good, and let that just pierce the darkness. And it has to pierce. And I know what that light is. And I know that deception that when I start hearing about, for example, in your life, there's two masters here. One is from the evil, wicked side, but he comes in through your ego. And the other one is the light side that tells you what you might not want to hear, but you ought to hear. And it's not manipulative. it's truth. So I go to that side.
So let's stop right there, because you know that that's the actor that played Passion for Christ. So you know he's a strong believer of Jesus, right? Let me skip along and bring the other guy who worked, as an agent, getting these children's, saving them. And hear this.
You have done what you could to face the ultimate reaches of darkness itself. What has that done for you? And then also, you made some very interesting comments about your wife. You said that in some ways you were hoping she would tell you to, be sensible and come home, but she didn't. She told you to go put yourself on the line. And there's a huge story there that's touched on in the movie, but not delved into in any great regard. How has your encounter with the darkness that you've seen made you a better person? And what has that done with your relationship with your wife?
I think it's made me a better person, because the weight that you speak of that is on your back is unbearable unless you can give it to some other power, in this case, in my case, to Jesus himself.
Okay,
and that's what...
Stop right there. That's what I want him to say. So, as you can see, if we don't use scripture, right, the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds, okay, which the Bible do talk about rape, okay? It goes on. It's been going on. But the thing is that this world system, right, that it is using it to misguide people, okay? Remember, the AI, as I speak tonight, is writing a new Bible, is bringing in a new religion, okay? And when the digital system kicks in for everyone, they will force everyone to worship what? The Edomites through the AI, okay? So, first of all, let's bring something to attention here. The Bible talks about the wicked evil that's going on in this world. But I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to throw out the chapter and verse. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The hands are given into the evil of this earth, right? So the people who are in charge today, they're the ones that are causing all this wickedness, right? Because remember, they bring the problem and then they're going to come with the solution. And that solution is to bring in that mark that they want to put inside of all of us, the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. Because they do not want the 144,000 chosen elect and 1/3 to be what? Awakened, to be given that new spiritual superpower. Okay? They're leaving that out. Very important to remember. And when they talk about Jesus, gotta remember that that's not the Son of God. Okay? That blue-eyed, long blonde hair that I always say likes to wear high heels, that is Caesar Borgia. You can Google it for yourself. They made a documentary on it. Okay? A rapist and a murderer. Okay? I mean, you can go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. It would tell you the complexion of the Son of the Most High. You can also go to Daniel chapter 10, verse 6. And you can also go to John chapter 14, verse 9. Okay? Now, back into the lesson. I want to go to Job chapter 15, verse 6. And it says, Thy own mouth condemns thee, and not I, yet thy own lips testify against thee. Yeah. So you can see that they are talking about how they're helping and saving a lot of children, which they are. And he could be a Jake, okay? But when I test him through the Spirit from what he is talking and the name that he's using, he's a deceiver, okay? Because those children, For those who are grown up, right, the so-called Negros Latinos and speckled birds, you might remember the story of Columbus when he discovered America, right? Then he bring also Jesus to our people. Then he torture and rape if you didn't believe in his God. That is not from our Bible, right? Well, they're doing the same thing, right? Just in a different way. I want to go to Job chapter 33. What is going on? Verse 3. Now, they made a movie, it's called Sound of Freedom, okay? It will get people's attention emotionally, right? And to get you aroused how they doing something great. Job chapter 33 verse 3. My word shall be of the uprightness of my heart, meaning of my mind, and my lips shall utter knowledge clearly. Okay? So, is he talking with knowledge? Is he talking clearly? Is he talking truthfully? Well, let's use the scripture. Let's go to 1 John. Give me a minute. I'm looking. Chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, here we go. Hey, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. Right? Now remember, this child trafficking goes on with churches. Well, he talks about, when you look at this whole video, and I hope you do, he talks about churches are involved, judges, lawyers, people in high positions. Okay? Verse 2. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh. Here we go. Every spirit that confess that Yahweh, even though they have it written with the name Jesus, is really Yahweh, a Hebrew, ancient Hebrew name, Paleo-Hebrew, right? Because remember, that name Jesus with the letter J is not in the Hebrew alphabet. Never was, okay? And the name Jesus is Latin and Greek. He is not Latin and he is not Greek, okay? Oops. Yahweh is come in the flesh, is of Yahweh. The Father is named Yahweh. Okay? They're not doing that. They're calling on that Jesus. Verse 3. And every spirit that confess not that Yahweh is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. Okay? And this is that spirit of Antichrist. Wherefore ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world, right? The world is given to the hands of the wicked, okay? Who hide the faces of the judges, right? In Job chapter 9, verse 24, remember that. Verse 4, ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than them that is in the world, right? And these three people talking to YouTube on the right, they are great actors, okay? They are sent out to deceive. Verse 6. Oh wait, verse 5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world hears them. Why our people hears them? Well, because they're making a lot of money. Okay? They're making a lot of money. You don't see the Hebrew Israel in the highways and byways, those who are sincere to the best of their ability, making a lot of money in the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay? We're making spiritual credit so he can protect us and help us. Verse 6. We of Yahweh. He that knows Yahweh hears us. He that is not of Yahweh hears not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Ooh. Yeah. And it's interesting that when you look at this YouTube, they're using scripture, okay? Like they really know what they're talking about. And it's not even their book to begin with. I want to go to Job. No, Joel. Slakia. Joel. Chapter 1. Give me a minute. Joel. Uh-huh. Ooh, what happened? Give me a minute. I'm looking. Ooh. Joel chapter 1, verse 5. Let's see. Awake, ye drunker, and weep, and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. What wine he's talking about? Well, they into the old wine of this pagan belief system, okay? And the new wine that they're bringing, they're going to bring, okay? When they bring in the MOTB, the C-hip, the mark of that beast, right? That they want all of us to take. So they got thrown, I mean, we're getting into digital invisible money, okay? So you're not going to have no paper, no Federal Reserve notes in your pockets no more, right? They're coming out with a new religion, right? And if you don't do what they say, well, you know what's going to happen, right? Some of us are going to be beheaded. I want to go to Job chapter 23. Give me a minute. Chapter 23, verse 12. Neither have I gotten back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed the word of his mouth more than my necessary food. Yeah. Right? Now, food can mean also money, right? Now, if you take a look at how much money all three of these are making, they're making a lot of money. And who's giving them this money? Right? That's the interesting part. Okay? So, it is sad that these things are happening, but Yahweh Bashin Yahushua is in control of everything that goes on. And when he sends back Yahweh Shai to put things in righteousness, yes, in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, okay, there will be also that going on. All right? But they won't talk about all, they should, right? But they can't because not really, the Spirit's not in them. So it's been already spoken for many times, years ago, all the way from GMS all the way down, okay? You can look it up. Here we go. Verse, Salaki, I want to go to Isaiah. Isaiah, I passed it. Chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah, keep running, right? You so-called Negros, Latino, American, speckled birds to Jesus, right? Or keep running to atheism as well, okay? You will soon find out that the truth was spoken in the highways and byways, right? On those people that you say, look at them with funny garments on, you know? I want to jump to verse 20. Give me a minute. And though Yahweh gave you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yea, shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Yeah, you see them in the highways and byways, in case you didn't know that. Right? But you want to keep going after these people that are, making a lot of money and are bringing, truth with a lot of lies to misdirect our people, right? Into hating the Bible and accepting their new belief system that they're going to bring out. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 14. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. Yeah. The whole world's going to witness destruction of America when Yahweh turns loose Yahweh Shai, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, my big brother from the tribe of Judah. Right? When he comes back in those so-called UFOs, in the Bible they're called chariots or clouds. And he comes back with a host of angels. Right? A host meaning army. Then you're going to see the Edomites run. Right? And 2/3 of our people as well. I want to jump to verse 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but the fool dies for want of wisdom. Then we jump to verse 27. The fear of Yahweh prolongs days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Yeah. Oh, in due time it will be. Rest assured. I want to go to Song, chapter 59, verse 12. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even, I gotta hit this, be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. Yeah. When they're using that name to keep deceiving our people, okay, that's a curse. They're cursing. All right? Verse 13, consume them in wrath. Consume them that they may not be, and let them know that Yahweh rules in Jacob unto the end of the earth. Right? Jacob's name was changed to Israel, the 12 tribes. Right? The so-called Negros, Latinos, American, and speckled birds. Okay? He's going to talk about Dominica, the kidnappings that go over there in Haiti. Okay? So if you can watch his YouTube, that would be great. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right? But understand that the wisdom that the scripture is talking is from above, not from below. Let's jump to verse 24. But always put away from thee a forward mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee. Right? Well, they're not doing that. Okay? They are quoting Jesus, right? And how they've been helping many, many children, right? I think he talked about from the age of 5 all the way to 13. Okay? How they've been, even to the point where they've been drinking blood, I believe, and stuff like that. I mean, some real wicked stuff that is not, it's wicked that scripture does not even allow for you to be drinking blood. Okay? Proverbs chapter 30. Give me a minute. I'm going to go there. Verse 3. I neither learn wisdom nor have the knowledge of the holy. Listen careful now. Verse 4. Who has ascended up into heaven or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fist? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? So how come you're not calling them by the Hebrew name? Paleo-Hebrew, ancient Hebrew name. Why you insist to this day, 2023, from the time of Columbus to now, to keep using that Jesus, that counterfeit, that fraud, that murder and rapist of his own sister? Look it up and you'll see. Verse, I already did. Verse 5. Every word of Yahweh is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I want to go to Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Let's see. Verse 2. The king of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, verse 3, let us break their band as under, and cast away their cord from us. See how much hate they have against us? But no, 2/3 of our people want, oh, we got to love everybody, the whole world. That's not in scripture. That's not going to happen. It's not even reality. Verse 4. He that sits in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. Yeah. Let's see where I'm at. Make sure. Let me jump to verse. Ooh, that's what. Slakia. Verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye king. Be instructed, ye judge of the earth. But they don't want to listen. Verse 11. Serve Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. They're not trembling at this time. Not yet. But when Yahweh comes back, they will. Verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Okay? We don't put no trust in that Jesus. Okay? That fake, that imposter. Right? Who commits identity theft to begin with. Which, by the way, there's a law against that. Okay? I want to leave it with Matthew. Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Okay? They don't know the Sabbath day to begin with, because they don't even know that Yahweh has a calendar in the heavens. They don't know how to look at it. They don't know how to read it. They don't know even how to understand it. Verse 21. For them shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, no, nor even shall be. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Yeah. We're getting closer. Okay? Things are going to get real bad, real ugly, as soon as they do the second shutdown. And once they demand that everybody has to take the MOTB, the CHIP, right? The mark of that beast, lo and behold, all hell is going to break loose in the sky. Verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, right? Or there, believe it not. Yeah, right here. Isn't he talking about that he's saving the people and that he has his strong faith in the Jesus, right? Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it won't be possible. It won't be allowed. Yahweh Shem Yahushai ain't going to allow it. Yes, you're going to get some of us, but you're not going to get all of us. Okay? So I hope that this was edifying. And with that, I'll say Shalom.